treasure what we have till it's been turned to dust. If you never reappear, I'll only know chasing the Holy Ghost. Need you, I can't lie to myself. I need your love. Tried to find someone else, but I need your love. The door is always open, but we know we'll never leave. I need your love.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, it's Jason, and today is finally the day that we do the Black Lives Matter drawing. We got 2 to give away, and I'm excited to do it. But before we get into it, let's do a quick mic and video check. Let me know if everything's good down in the chat below. We'll give it a few minutes so you guys can chime in, and then we'll go ahead and get started. And then, before we do all that, we'll talk about some things that are happening in the fighting game community, which I find interesting. So, let me know in the chat, please. Alright, looks like we're getting thumbs up from some folks in chat, so I guess it's time to get started. So, anyways, hey, I appreciate you guys taking time from your 4th of July celebrations tonight and joining me today to do this. This is kind of a bittersweet end, if you will. My last contributions to the fighting game community, and in light of recent events, I think it's probably for the best. And by that, what I mean is all of the allegations that we're starting to see come out in the fighting game community, some of which are confirmed, some of which are not, and I think we're going to learn a lot more in the near future. In the 8 years that I've been part of the community, we've seen a lot of random things happen and a lot of abuse stories come out. Some have been confirmed, some have not been confirmed, and ultimately, I think it's going to continue to make the community better. Unfortunately, I think it's going to get a lot worse before it does get better. You know, it's probably more interesting and telling, to me at least, that there's some very prominent people that are being accused and then subsequently admitting to doing some pretty messed up things in their past. And I can't help but think there's a lot of people that knew about it and didn't say anything. And that could be a couple of reasons. Maybe out of blind loyalty to the person, blind loyalty to what that person can bring them in terms of prominence and money, or simply thinking, hey, it didn't happen to me, so I don't really care, I don't want to meddle. And in my opinion, all 3 of those are really, really bad. Really bad for the community. So I think time is going to prove that a lot of people knew about some of the things that have been happening and turned a blind eye. And again, history will reflect poorly on those people as opportunistic, and that's unfortunate. But this is the way the community heals itself and grows and prevents things like this from happening in the future. A couple pieces of advice for everyone, so you guys don't find yourselves in similar situations. Always bring a buddy everywhere you go. Stay sober, and if you're a minor, bring a parent, a guardian, or someone that you trust that's over 18 with you when you go to tournaments and stuff. Because no matter how smart you think you are, even when you're 26, 28, 30, 35, it always is always a great plan to have someone with you so that they prevent bad things or stupid things from happening to or with you. So that's, I think, good advice. That's the advice that I try to live by, and that's why I always have someone that I trust with me when I go out places. So there you go. That is my 2 cents on it. Which, again, since now I'm kind of just a blip in the history of the fighting game community, you guys probably don't even care about. But in any case, that is not why we're here today. We want to talk about the Black Lives Matter movement and the Panzer Fight Stick drawing that we are doing. So here's where we're at. We raised $3,155. $3,155 for the Black Lives Matter and Campaign Zero causes. So I thought that was really great, and I'm more than excited to say thank you to everyone who participated in the raffle. Now, I didn't think those numbers were quite FGC worthy, so what I did is when I made the donations this morning, I actually, like I promised everyone, I was going to split the amount of donations, half to the Black Lives Matter movement and half to Campaign Zero. Well, $3,155 is a lot, but $4,000 is better. So I kicked in the extra $845 or whatever it ends up being, and we've rounded that up to a total of $4,000. We donated $2,000 to Campaign Zero today and $2,000 to Black Lives Matter. So just to show you guys, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to bring this up. Here you guys go. This right here. There you go. That's the $2,000 donation that we did for Campaign Zero. We the Protesters, Inc. is their parent organization. If you want to donate, you can do on your own, separate from this. You can go to joincampaignzero.org and make a donation right there. They do PayPal, credit cards, all that good stuff. So there's that. We took care of that this morning right before the stream. And unfortunately, when I did the same thing for the Black Lives Matter website, I just haven't gotten the email confirmation in yet, and I clicked through the website too fast to take a screenshot of it. So I apologize for that, but we'll post it on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. But we did $2,000 for Campaign Zero and $2,000 for the Black Lives Matter. So that's the $3,155 that everyone donated to the raffle, plus some extra, split it in half, and made the donations. So from the bottom of my heart, and I think I can speak on behalf of Purple Grimace, aka August Pittman, on this, thank you for everyone's support. I think that, you know, it may be a small amount of money, but any little bit that we can raise and give back to help evolve the community and the world that we live in is going to be great. Yeah, I'm super grateful. And to those that decided they wanted to try and derail it and turn this into something more than it wasn't, shame on you. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, now, here's what we're going to do. And here's how I had to do this, because it was a very, very challenging way to get this raffle set up because of the way I took the donations versus having to feed this into some sort of donation type or raffle type software. I took all of the people who donated, and what I've done, I've shared it on the screen here. I've got a couple tabs down here. You got your hitbox list right here, and you can see here is the total number of tickets people bought, and then these are the ticket numbers. So, for example, Sean, he bought 10, so he gets tickets 1 through 10, and then Paul bought 1, so he gets ticket 15, and so forth. So basically, this is like if you pulled like a string of raffle numbers or ticket numbers. This kind of corresponds to that. And I did the same thing for the 3i here. And you see we actually did have at least 2 people on Twitter retweet, and so they get free entries. I appreciate that. Thank you. Total 3i entries 411, hitbox entries 222. It's pretty great. So now we have all these random tickets. What I've done, or these ticket numbers, what I've done is come over here, and I wanted to make this very random. So we're going to do both drawings separate. And this here represents the roll of a dice. It's a random number 1 through 6. And what we'll do is when you type in a number here, this does not count. When you type in a number here, like so, you'll notice that it updates the number of rolls, or the number of the roll. So what we're going to do is, when I type that first number in, it's going to tell me how many times I have to update the sheet before I get to the final number that I'm going to pick for the hitbox. And then we're going to do the second one, same way. We're going to do the number of rolls by the dice, and then we're going to roll through the tickets for the 3i, and whatever number gets picked is the number that we're going to go with. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start with, we're going to start with the hitbox, okay? So hopefully everyone can see everything, so this is all in the up and up. Here's just to show, it's a random between 1 and 6, a random between 1 and 222, and then a random between 1 and 411. And that's because if you go here, there's 222 hitboxes and 411 3i tickets. Okay, so let's do this. We're just type, this number has nothing to do with the randomizer. It's just, you have to change something in the sheet to get it to change the number of rolls. So for the hitbox, let's see how many number of rolls we have to do. 2. We only got to do 2 rolls. All right, so now we're going to pay attention to the hitbox. All right, we're going to go here, first roll, and then here, second roll. So ticket number 94. Ticket 94 in the hitbox. So we're going to go over here to the hitbox. We're going to find who owns ticket 1 through 94. And it looks like Eric Reed. Eric Reed, congratulations. You won the Panzer Fight Stick 3 hitbox from the drawing. So let's go ahead and highlight that. Amazing. And he actually bought 100 tickets. So thank you so much. Your generosity is amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, now let's do the Panzer Fight Stick 3i. Alright, let's go ahead and just update the list here, or let's update the roll number. Alright, we got to do 5 rolls. That's 5 rolls before we get the ticket number for the 3i. Alright, let's do this. Alright, that didn't change. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So ticket number 336. 336. So let's go over to the Panzer Fight Stick 3i, and we're going to look for ticket 336. And just like that, with 4 tickets, he came in right on the edge of his. Matthew Murner, congratulations. You've won the Panzer Fight Stick 3i for the Black Lives Matter thing. So, just like that, there you go. We have our 2 winners. Congratulations to Matthew, and congratulations to Eric. You guys are both going to get those Panzer Fight Stick 3s built out with that custom Black Lives Matter artwork that Purple Grimace Designs did up. So, again, $3,155 raised through the raffle. We upped that to an even $4,000 out of my pocket and split that between Campaign Zero and the Black Lives Matter movement. So this was great. I am super excited with how everything turned out. I'm super excited that this is a way that I can close up the shop and tie everything up with a nice bow and give something back on my way out the door. So thank you all very much for everyone's contributions, and good luck out there with everything. I will do some videos still. I still have to build those Black Lives Matter fight sticks. I will do those live on stream just so that I can get some content up and kind of enjoy a couple last builds with everybody. So anyways, hey, thank you all so much, and until maybe next time when I do these builds, I'm Jason. Peace out.